Hello everyone, Malphite here, and today I'm gonna be making the tier list of the LFL mid laners confirmed for the 2025 LFL season, which is next year. Quick disclaimer, number one, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And second disclaimer is that I'm going to be ranking these players based on how good I think they can be and not how good the team they will be playing for next season is. So, let's start with who I think is the best player out of everyone here. And I think that's VTO. And I'm going to put VTO in the S tier. He's absolutely a mechanical beast. He has had attitude issues, probably still has them, given how the last splits went for him. But he definitely has the potential to carry the whole team. And so I think in the LEC, if you are have bad attitude issues, you can be, no matter how good you are, you will not make it far. But LFL, the level is a bit lower. And so I still think he is going to show up because I think he wants to show everyone that he is really good and he can make it in the LEC. And I think what we all want to see is see VTO throw the past behind him and just focus on the future and become a more of a decent human being and less toxic and so on and so on. But let's continue. Let's go with Backlund. Backlund, he played in the TCL and then previously in the LFL in the LDLC. I think he was like top 4 in the LDLC. I think he's pretty solid player. It's just he did not really have much success and the rosters that he was in were not that bad. So I mean, for now I'll just put him in the C tier and maybe then I'll move him later on. Next we have Diplex. I think Diplex is very, very underrated. He won the Prime League. He was the best mid laner in the whole league. He played for C9 previously, and I think he was really good in that team. Then they replaced him, which I think was not, I think with MNS, right? It was him versus MNS. I don't think it wasn't even necessary. I think Diplex personally, if they gave him some time to develop, could have been a beast on that team. I think he's one of the best mid laners in this league, and I mean, for now I'm going to put him in the A tier, but I think he is really, really good. Up next we have DK. DK, he was in a very good team. So, well, actually no, he was in Solary, right? Or what is that? Yeah, it looks like Solary. So I think Solary was actually pretty bad team, and he was really good in that team. So no, he was not in a good team, and he was bad. He was really good in a bad team, and that's not and that is really hard to do. So I think he's the type of player who can punch up, and I really, really appreciate every time that a player has a good performance on bad team, because I think that's much more valuable and telling of a player than when they're like mediocre on a good team. But other than that, not much to say. So for now, I'm going to put him in the B tier. Now, let's talk about Certus. So Certus is coming from the LVP, the Lost Heretics Academy, and he was basically the best mid laner in the whole league. And so for me, it's basically A tier. Very similar to Diplex, who was the best mid laner in the Prime League. But then we have a very, very good mid laner from the LEC, right? So I think we would assume that VTO is coming from a tier above these players, but I think, you know, maybe this could be an argument for this could be made, but yeah, overall for now, I'm just going to have these guys in the same tier. It's probably interchangeable, but I'm gonna keep Diplex ahead. But yeah, this is basically the trio at the top. Now we are gonna go with Slow Q. So Slow Q is coming to the KC Academy. He was playing for Zero Tenacity, the Polish league. He was pretty solid. He's gonna be playing with Piero now. I think there should be some synergy, but yeah, I mean, not much known about this player. I would say he is probably a tier lower than Certus and Diplex, but somewhere along with DK in the B tier, probably ahead of him. So I would say something like this. I think he's pretty good. Just I don't know that much about him. Now we go with Serin. So Serin was also playing in the Prime League with Dplex. He was 4th, I think, in the league. The team he was playing in was not bad. Before that, he was also playing on the Papara Supermassive in the TCL, the Turkish league. Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of Backland, really. That they're not bad mid laners by any means, but it's just really tough to put them higher than any of these players above them. So for now, I'm gonna have them in the C tier. Now we have Tofe. So this is a 19-year-old rookie. I mean, the picture, I think it cut off a bit because he has a whole body picture and I didn't really want to fix it. But so I'm sorry, Tofe, your head is cut off for now. He's a 19-year-old rookie from the Mediterranean ERL League. He seems very good in the league, but he has not been playing in, let's say, the upper minor leagues like the LFL, LVP, Prime League, or the TCL. And so he seems very good. He's very young, but you know, it is his first year in the LFL, and so we do not know how he will be playing when the players are overall better, when the league is overall stronger, and so on. And just for a reason, just because I do not know much about him, I'm gonna put him in the D tier for now. Now we have Eika. Eika is very interesting because he has been on some decent rosters in the past, and somehow the rosters have just not ended up performing well, which is a bit of a shame. And I don't want to, you know, derive some big results from this, but he has been on very decent rosters over the years, and it just kind of always ended up flopping, or just like not performing exactly to the expectations. So I still think he is a very good mid laner. Just there's something, you know, there's something happening. Either he's very unlucky or he is the common factor in why these teams are just not performing as well. But I think his individual skill is pretty good. But overall, for now, I'm gonna put him in the C tier. But probably, you know, maybe at the top. I don't know. Maybe like this. I don't know yet. We'll see. And then finally, the last addition is Omon. And so this guy is the hype rookie. He was playing in the EC Japan Corp, which got promoted to the league. Also with Deadly, he's the AD carry. If you watched my AD carry, like LFL AD carry tier list. And so he's very hyped, but again, he was playing very good in the second division of the LFL. And yeah. So although he's very good, it's tough to know how good he will be in the actual LFL, and for that reason, I do not know about him. I'm gonna put him in the C tier as well, and you know, then he can prove himself and show us what he's made of. But this is going to be pretty much my roster. Some players could be maybe moved up by like a tier or something, but overall I'm pretty confident about this. Maybe you could say the DK should be lower, or some of these players should be higher. Maybe Omon is very hyped or so on. But overall, I think this represents the mid lane pool pretty well in the LFL. So I'm really looking forward to what you think about this. So let me know in the comments, you know, if I'm overhyping VTO, if I'm overhyping Dplex, Certus, or maybe underhyping these players, and so on. So let me know everything, criticize me in the comments, and make sure to subscribe and hit the like. I would appreciate it a ton. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.